Welcome back to Healing Notes. I'm here with the 2023 reading for Cancer, and I'm using my new map that I've made because I'm learning about astrology and the houses of astrology. So we have for the first house, and we're going to get a card for each of these 12 houses. And we have in the first house our self, our identity, our parents' attitude, and our approach to life. So we'll have a card for that. We have for our second house, money, income, work, our habits, work ethic, our daily routines. We have in our third house, we have our mindset, thinking, communication, our sisters, brothers, our social activity, neighbors, and interests in life. And we have in our fourth house, our home, roots, family, self-care, foundations, our mother and women in our life and our femininity. We have in our fifth house, romance, our love affairs, our creativity, fertility, our self-expression, and also if we're an entrepreneur, so our business and the pleasure we get out of life. We have in our sixth house, health, fitness, our analytical nature, our service to the world, our work habits, organization, and our sense of usefulness. So that's our sixth house. We have in our seventh house, relationships, marriage, one-to-one relationships, I should say. So contracts, business partners, and our interpersonal style and how we share. We have in our eighth house, merging, sex, intimacy, or inheritance, some shared finances, loans, things like property, joint ventures, mysteries, and also transformation in our eighth house. We have in our ninth house, oh, sorry, that was clumsy of me. We have in our ninth house, travel, wisdom, our philosophy, ethics, our law, how we feel about law, religion, higher learning, cross-cultural relations. So that's our ninth house. And our 10th house would be career, long-term goals, our public image, our fathers, men in our life, our reputation, our fame, our ambition. We then have in our 11th house, our friends, our humanitarianism, our social awareness, technology, our hopes and our wishes, and our future. And then we have in our 12th house, endings, healing, our spirituality, our limiting beliefs, things that are hidden, and our subconscious. So let's get a card here and let's get to it, Cancer, and see what we have for you for 2023. So for 2023, for the first house, which is our appearance and how we like to show ourselves in the world, our approach to life, we have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles here is in a positive position. This indicates that you will be doing some planning, right? And how you will be approaching things is to plan things, and this is going to be something that is going to benefit you. You will appear to be, and your attitude, you will appear to be stable, have a good foundation. And also it says that your dreams will be coming through, and you will appear that your dreams are coming through. You'll appear that you're somebody that's abundant. And it says that you need to follow your intuition where this is concerned. How you put yourself forward in this world. You need to use your intuition, and you need to also, especially if it has something to do with you approaching or wanting to need or needing, to elevate in any way, you should put yourself forward in a way that shows that you're somebody that can manage, that you can plan, that you have what it takes, okay? And it says you shouldn't do anything that is like impulsive or crazy. But you can aspire to greatness, and you can plan, and you can get it done appropriately, and you can also walk the walk, talk the talk, and walk the walk, okay? So that's your first house, Cancer. Your second house is your money, your income, your habits, We see here also very positive. We have the strength card here for you in the positive position, in the upright position. And the strength card in this particular deck is something that is showing that you have what it takes to face something that even if you have not, if you're not familiar with it, you haven't tackled it before, you have the ability to take care of it. But what you need to do to get your best results is to do something with simplicity, something pure. Success will come if you use the right amount of energy and power. So don't overdo. You need purity and you need simplicity in the way that you get things done, right? And also, you will grow personally if you look at things in a clear and a simple way as you move forward and you don't overdo anything. So that's great for you. And that again is in your money and your success. I would say materially, your work ethic, your daily routines. So we now have the third house was the communication, our siblings, and also communication, our siblings, education, interests, social activities. So here it shows there's a little bit of a disconnect because we have the Two of Cups. Here it encourages us to make sure that we spend time listening because we can see the position that they're in here. We spend time listening to each other and giving respect to the other person's opinion. So this would indicate to me that within your communication skills, you need to maybe do a bit more listening. And this also indicates neighbors, pardon me. It says that you could maybe have some misunderstandings. So an inability to listen and an inability to kind of look inside and see what you could be improving. So it says that sometimes also we're using emotion and other people are using emotion possibly. That creates a barrier for us to not be able to really communicate well. So what you need to do is find a way to be compassionate to others. And again, this is about neighbors and siblings most likely, and also our general mindset with communication, to communicate from the heart. And also listen and try to take the other person's viewpoint. So here we have the fourth house, which is home, family, self-care, emotions, children, the women in our lives. So for Cancer, this is showing we have the Sun, and the Sun is always a good card regardless of it being supposedly in a negative position or not. What happens with the Sun also, they say, is the Sun is something that always shines light on everything around it. So it helps with everything that it even comes close to, that it's near to. So what we can see is this. You need to hold on for a moment, and it says here, grit your teeth, right? Because maybe you've been working hard and make changes, but you need to hold on because you might have a new job or a new relationship or some plans that require a lot of skill and a large investment. And those are not things to be taken up at this point. You need to hold on if you're going to take on something big. And this has to do with family and your foundations, your mother, your roots, your self-care, your children. So there may be something that you need to tackle or you need to do with them. But this is indicating that this is not the time to go all out and do something like that. It says that beware your beliefs and how you want to impose your will on others. And also, it tells us here to accept assistance. So this is within your family. It looks like there are going to be some things that need to be addressed, but don't run and do them all at once. Time will come for them and the right time will be there. It also lets us know that although maybe somebody might be going, I'm looking at this now, not in the direction they should be going in, you kind of maybe need to see with them for a while and gently guide them instead of imposing your will on them. Okay. And also, if you need any assistance, your family will be there to assist you. Allow them to assist you if that is your case. So that is for family, home, your foundations. Here we have your fifth house, which is about romance, creativity, and love and entrepreneurship. So if you have a business, here we can see the 10 of Wands. So normally what 10 of Wands is about burdens and issues that we have that are maybe we have a lot carrying. We have a lot of responsibility. We have a lot of burdens that we're carrying at one time. And we can see here that with this 10 of Wands, it says that you maybe have gone too far and you're overwhelmed. It's fatiguing now. Whatever it is that has not given you the results that you deserve, you need to lighten your load. Get rid of it. Get rid of some of it, get rid of all of it, but you need to lighten the load of the things that are not paying off. You have too much responsibility for something in your life, whether it's your business or whether it's in your romance or whether I don't think it would be in any way that you're enjoying or having fun, but it's business or romance. Most likely you're carrying too much of a load. You're not getting the return that you need to, and you're maybe not even getting gratitude. So if anybody's trying to exploit you, you need to say no and make your position clear. Things are coming that are more positive, but you need to get rid of the things that are burdening you and weighing you down for you to be able to take advantage of the positives, Cancer. Okay, and that's for this year. So look at those things in your life. Health and fitness, we can also see in our sixth house, health, fitness, your analytical nature, your service to the world, your work habits, your sense of usefulness. Here we can see the the 9 of Pentacles. And what happens with this is we can see that it's great to have as long as you're actually enjoying with someone or you're enjoying it in a positive way. But if you're neglecting other things to enjoy the material, or people or things, or important people or things to enjoy the material, then it becomes negative. It says that you might have an unexpected gain or an undeserved gift, but it's not going to make you rich. It might make you believe that everything is going to be yours without you having earned it. Enjoy the moment, but it's not going to sustain or support you. Work is still going to be required. So here's telling you, give up the things that aren't working for you, that you're putting too much effort into. And here it also tells you, don't be fooled if you see some gain that was unexpected, but you need to make sure you're doing the right thing with the gain, because if you don't do the right thing with the gain, it's not going to come to anything, and it's not going to support you, it's not going to sustain you, it's not going to grow into anything that is of benefit for you. It says that work is still required. Make the effort to still connect, make the effort to still do the right thing, so that you see this fruitfulness is here. But here where you have it, you have maybe the material gain, but it is not fruitful and there's no connection. So be careful with that, Cancer, coming up. And this is that house of health and fitness, okay? So yes, you might be able to, example now, I don't know what you're doing particularly, but you might be able to lose a little bit of weight. You think that's fine and dandy, and I've made it and I've got it. But instead of paying attention to, let's say, spending time with your family, you're spending all the time at the gym or otherwise. So make sure that what you gain is being utilized appropriately and correctly, and it'll then blossom and grow. We see here the 7th house is about one-to-one relationships, marriage, contracts, business partners, and interpersonal style. Here in the Page of Wands, for those things, we note that it's a positive. The page is about news, messages, ones, definitely about something that is not emotional and meaningful. So we can see here that the Page of Wands for you within one-to-one relationships, whether personal or business, indicates spontaneity, and simplicity, lightheartedness. Don't think too much. Enjoy the relationships, enjoy the situations, the one to one relationships and situations you have. Don't be too impulsive. But then again, act on your instinct. And also, the reason not to be too impulsive is because it might make you too forceful. So, put it this way, when you're dealing with people, you need to make sure, again, remembering other people. This card says the same thing, so that you will have better relationships. It's about paying attention and noting other people and giving honor to them as well as yourself. We then have our eighth house, which is about intimacy, inheritance, shared finances, taxes, loans, joint ventures, properties, mystery, and transformation. And this is telling us that you're doing really well here, because we have the King of Pentacles for you. And in the upright position in this house, where we're talking about some gains, this would indicate here that within this, you're going to be gaining earthly matters. It says overcome shallow materialism, well-being and earthly matters, overcoming shallow materialism. It says that you will be victorious, but what you need to do is know that it will expand, and you'll become more wealthy in every aspect of life. But you need to be generous, and you need to be determined. This would indicate to me the house that it's in, that you could be looking at potentially getting a great tax return, being able to get a loan you want, or maybe the property you want, or maybe even getting an actual inheritance, because it has to deal with things that are material, not things that are spiritual, like mysteries or transformation. Unless it's saying that your life will be transformed by a great inheritance or a great windfall of some sort. So you have a positive coming up for you here in the eighth house, Cancer. And then the ninth house, we have travel, wisdom, philosophy, ethics, cross-cultural relations, and law and religion. So there is news here for you with another page, but it's the Page of Swords. When I see the Page of Swords, I normally think of something that is communicated but is not communicated as it should be, or it's late communication, or it's not all of the information that you need. So looking at this and looking at what it's about, ethics, philosophy, higher education, cross-cultural relations, or learning, the Page of Swords here indicates that you will not have stable results unless you slow down and become more quiet. It also says that if you're speaking ill of others, that should be discouraged. Or even if you're thinking with hostility, this could lead to arguments and conflict. So intelligence and calm is required when you're dealing with people. This is what I can say, that are not like you, because it's cross-cultural relations or it's travel. But also when you're looking at things that are about wisdom, philosophy, or ethics, law, religion, learning. So when you're dealing with any of those things, those areas, you need to use tact in the way that you speak, the way that you deal with people, and even the way you think about people or situations. So maybe you have some feelings, some philosophies that maybe not as everybody thinks of them, or maybe a little bit different to what the people around you think. This would indicate that the way you deliver that information and the way you discuss it with them, you should take some care about the way that you communicate. And you've had that message, in fact, across everything, about being careful about how you communicate with people. And not that there's anything wrong with what you think or you feel, but it's just about the way the message is delivered and people are treated. Here we have career in our 10th house, long-term goals, public image, masculinity, our fathers, the men in our lives, ambition and reputation. So this shows, yes, you're striving and you're ambitious. The 5 of Wands is here. 5 of Wands is about competition and striving. And this is in a positive position, so that's very good. It says that your tenacity, which is whether it's in work, in your romance, in the way you are with your friends or those around you, it says that you're strong, and you're able. Also, it tells us that if somebody doesn't have the same opinion of you, don't as you do, don't think that it's because they don't like you, right? Or they're they just have a different view. But you need to just stick with what you know and move towards your goal, and you will be successful. You don't have to take on other people's thoughts or other people's beliefs, but you just have to respect it, and you continue on your way and you will be successful. But don't take them as an enemy, because there is no need for, like here, they're breaking each other apart. Here they're just striving. Both are striving. Here they're actually competing and harming each other. They're continue striving, but that doesn't mean you have to consider the other person an enemy. And that again was within our career. Our long-term goals are public image, or maybe with a man in your family or your father. We then have for the 11th house our friends, the groups of people we keep around us, our social awareness, technology, hopes, wishes, and our future. Here we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups will speak about emotion, and also this tells us that you're powerful. Gosh, you've heard you're powerful several times, which is very good, but it also always gives a caution. And this is saying that yes, your actions can be powerful and decisive, but you need to reconcile with goodness and strength. Another caution to say that you have the ability to be very strong, but to ensure that things go well and right for you and those around you, you need to meet her with compassion, with actual goodness, strength, listening skills, and calm, and being calm, and also not forcing your will upon others. So it says, in your struggles, you have too often forgotten the heart, ignoring that others are valuable as you, or as valuable as you, and don't squander the gift of love. So this speaks about probably within your friends group, and just social awareness, that you need to remember other people. Think about them with your heart, not your head, and not just thinking about what you want and what you need, but be considerate of others. You've had that message a few times here. So remember that now as you go in through 2023, Cancer. We have now in our 12th house the endings, the healings, closure, spirituality, solitude, limiting beliefs, and the subconscious. Here we have the 9 of Wands. So it shows that there's some healing here for you, because the 9 of Wands is called the wounded healer card, and it's all about the fact that there are things that in the past you are struggling with, and you managed to overcome. But there's a little bit further to go, and you still are carrying some of those rods with you, right? So this is reminding us, Cancer, in the positive position, that you need to breathe and rest for a while, and that's going to prepare you for what you have to go forward with. And you need to do some internal work, or work in your relationship, right? And there's going to be a new direction and unexpected possibilities that can even surprise those who know you well. It again speaks about your courage and determination and your knowledge of the world. And all of this, including a knowledge of yourself, will help you win. So this speaks to me about the fact that there's healing to be done, and that this can be done with an inward focus, Cancer, and spirituality would benefit you. I would say something like a mindfulness practice, meditation, something like that would be what will benefit you. And also, because they again speak about your strength and your courage, that could help maybe calm and mitigate that strength and courage, so that it is appropriate and that it is delivered in the correct way, so that you continue with your success, but yet you keep those around you on your side. So Cancer, you have an exciting year ahead with a lot of benefits and some things that you have to work on for yourself, especially having to do with how you deliver, I would say, your message, and how you receive the message of others. So thank you again, Cancer, for coming. Please like, Please subscribe and please share and look at the 2023 predictions for some of your friends, your family, and let them know that it's here. Take care. Bye-bye. I forgot to look at the blind spot for you, because that's one thing that I've been doing for all the signs also, Cancer. For your blind spot for 2023, we have, this is something you could potentially work on to improve that you might not be aware of already. And what I'm seeing here is that for you, it is short-term thinking. It says that you might have a strong preference to get things done immediately and have an immediate payoff. But you know what? Long-term payoffs are much better than the short-term ones. So what you need to do is maybe look at things in the long term instead of just saying, okay, I need to just satisfy my need right now. Look at it to see how it could potentially impact you in the long run if you just take immediate gratification or satisfaction. So don't fall prey to the short-term thinking. What you need to do is look for what's best for you in the long run. And this is something maybe that you need to consider more in 2023. So Cancer, thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.